This is the book Life in a Pond that I told you about in my video book report. This book is written by Carol K. Lindeen. Life in a Pond. Life in a Pond. This book has a table of contents. A table of contents tells you what's going to happen in the book. First, it says, what are ponds? Page 4. Pond animals. We're going to learn about pond animals on page 8. Pond plants, page 14. Living together, page 20. I wonder if it tells us how all the animals live together. And then we have a glossary on page 22. A glossary is where they talk about words that are in a book that might be unfamiliar. And I like to visit those words before I read the book. So we're going to look at the glossary first. On page 23, it says, read more. Internet sites on page 23. And an index and word list. So it might be fun to look at the internet sites at the end of this book and see if you can find any of those sites and learn more about life in a pond. But remember, I said we're going to look at the glossary first on page 22. So let me find page 22 so we can really figure out which words are going to be in here that we might not know. All right, here they are. We've got the word gills. Gills are openings on the side of a fish's head. The fish breathe through. Gills. We have the word insect. An insect is a small animal with a hard outer shell, 3 body sections, 6 legs, and 2 antennas. Most insects have 2 or 4 wings. Here's the word lake. A large body of water with land on all sides. This is the word shallow. Shallow is not deep. Most ponds are shallow enough for sunlight to reach the bottom. Still. Still means quiet, calm, or without motion. No movements. All right, are you ready for the story? What are ponds? A pond is a small body of still, shallow water. And there's a beautiful photograph of a pond. Ponds are found in many parts of the world. Ponds form in forests, on farms, and in cities. Ponds are smaller than lakes. There's another picture of a pond. Pond animals. Many kinds of fish swim in a pond. Fish breathe through gills. Here is the picture of the fish. Its gills are usually right there near its mouth in front of its fins. Ducks swim in the water. They eat insects. Ducks also dive underwater to look for food. Here are the ducks that live in the pond. That one in the middle looks like it's about to dive under to get some food. Frogs kick and swim in the water. Frogs eat insects. Look at those frogs. There's one out of the water and 2 in the water splashing. Water lilies grow in ponds. Their leaves float on the water. Their flowers bloom. And there are the water lilies. The lilies are the flowers that grow above the lily pads. The lily pads are the leaves that float on the water. I drew lily pads in my picture. Cattails grow in ponds. A cattail is a plant with a fuzzy brown tip. The tip looks like a cat's tail. And these are the cattails. I bet many of you have seen cattails growing in local ponds or along the edges of wetlands near your home. Did you know that the native people of this land used to eat cattail roots? My mom knows how to make pancakes out of cattail pollen. They're pretty good. Sunlight shines through shallow pond water. Sunlight reaches plants that grow on the bottom of the pond. You can see that the pond is not as clear as some lakes because the sunlight has shone through the water and plants are growing on the bottom. You can see the brownish green under the surface of the water. Living together. Many plants and animals live together in ponds. Animals find food in ponds. Plants need pond water to grow. Ponds are full of life. And here is another animal that goes to the pond for food. This is a raccoon. There's our glossary again with the words. Gills. Openings on the sides of a fish's head. Fish breathe through gills. Insect. A small animal with a hard outer shell. 3 body sections, 6 legs, and 2 antennas. Most insects have 2 or 4 wings. Lake. A large body of water with land on all sides. Shallow. Not deep. Most ponds are shallow enough for sunlight to reach the bottom. Still. Quiet, calm, or without motion. And here is where you can go to read more. There are some book ideas for other books that you can read more about ponds. There's this book called Pond Animals, Animals in Their Habitats, from the Chicago Heinemann Library. There is a book called Life in a Pond, Life Views by Janet Halfman. And there's a book called Life in a Pond, Microhabitats by Oliver Clare. On the bottom here, it shows places that you can go on the internet to look up more about ponds. Facthound offers a safe, fun way to find internet sites related to this book. All of the sites on Facthound have been researched by our staff. Here's all you do. Visit www.facthound.com and type in this code, 9780736821018. Have fun learning more about ponds!